My name's Warren Buckleitner, editor of Children's Technology Review, and I was a teacher before and went from that into educational psychology and studying digital media back in 1982. In the 1980s, I understood that digital was going to be very interesting, and I also knew that kids loved using digital media. At the time, it was Apple's Commodore 64s and so on. And so I decided to study it for a master's thesis. And now, 40 years later, I'm still doing my master's thesis. So it's a survey of all of the products. I should say it's an attempt at a survey of all of the products that come out that are commercially available for children. So it's like a consumer's guide, and the idea is to take an academic look at the products without bias and try to describe what the products do and help parents, teachers, librarians make better choices when it comes to tapping the potential of the microprocessor-driven technologies. A lot of it's pretty simple. I mean, if it's a good story, good characters, good illustration, that's the first part. You know, it's like making a stew. If you have those ingredients, everything else comes together. The interactive piece is very important, and because it's a transaction, and so very few people understand the psychology of translating a good transaction to a screen, and so there's a lot of elements to that, and it's very complicated because there's so many different products. If you watch children, you quickly understand that to them, that isn't an if-or. I mean, they use books and they use screens. It's just another option. And I think adults traditionally see things from the past view forward, and that's the wrong way to look at it. If you boil it down to good stories, reading, illustration, these kinds of quality, it doesn't matter if it's on a screen or if it's on paper. I think the danger is that some games are so amazing that you could spend your life playing them. And it's very important that children have balance in their lives. So just like a balanced diet is important, same with different kinds of media. So I think that the danger is that things getting out of balance. There's some pretty amazing screen content, and a smart kid's going to want to go toward it. So it's important. Every child has many options. I think the iPad and the tablet format is pretty close to what a lot of the media is going to come through because it's multi-touch, it has internet, it has day-long batteries. It's already reached. So I think we kind of have the future. I think we're living in the future now. I'm very interested in virtual reality right now, and for both nonfiction and fiction use. I'm interested in screens you can walk on, screens you can touch. I think that we'll start to see lots of diversity in these kinds of things. But I think at the end of the day, a lot of the future we are now living in.